In a democracy, it is best to leave political parties and candidates free to conduct their election campaign the way they want to. But it is sometimes necessary to regulate campaign to ensure that every political party and candidate get a fair and equal chance to compete. According to our election law, no party or candidate can bribe or threaten voters, appeal to them in the name of caste and religion, use government resources for election campaign and spent more than rupees 25 lakhs in a constituency for a Lok Sabha election, rupees 10 lakhs in a constituency in a assembly election. If they do so, their election can be rejected by the court even after they have been declared elected. In addition to the laws, all the political parties in our country have agreed to a model code of conduct for election campaign. According to this code of conduct, no party or candidate can use any place of worship or election propaganda, use government vehicles, aircraft, and officials for election, and once elections are announced, ministers shall not lay foundation stones of any projects, take any big policy decisions, or make any promises of providing public facilities. Polling and counting of votes. The final stage of an election is the day when the voters cast or poll their vote. That day is usually called the election day. Every person whose name is on the voters list can go to a nearby polling booth situated usually in a local school or a government office. Once the voter goes inside in booth, the election officials identify her, put a mark on her finger, and allow her to cast her vote. An agent of each candidate is allowed to sit inside the polling booth and ensure that the voting take place in a fair way. Earlier, the voters used to indicate who they wanted to vote for by putting a stamp on the ballot paper. A ballot paper is a sheet of paper on which the names of the contesting candidates along with the party name and symbols are listed. Nowadays, electronic voting machines (EVM) are used to record votes. The machines shows the name of the candidate and the party symbols. Independent candidates to have their own symbols allotted by Election Commission. All that the voter has to do is to press the button against the name of the candidates she wants to give her vote. Once the polling is over, all the EVMs are sealed and taken into a secure place. A few days later, on the fixed date, all the EVMs from a constituency are opened and the voters secured by each candidate are counted. The agents of all candidates are present there to ensure that the counting is done properly. The candidates who secure the highest number of votes from a constituency is declared elected. In a general election, usually the counting of votes in all the constituencies takes place at the same time on the same day. Television channels, radio and newspapers reports this event. Within a few hours of counting, all the results are declared and it becomes clear as to whom will from the next government. For example, let us go back to our example of Gulbarga. In 2014, total of 8 candidates contested elections in that constituency. The total eligible votes were 17.21 lakhs. Of these, 9.98 lakhs voters had cast their vote. The candidate of our Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge, secured about 5.07 lakhs vote. This was 15.82% of the total voters polled, but since he had secured more voters than anyone else, he was declared elected a member of parliament on Gulbarga Lok Sabha constituency.